My name's Don Bazal. I've been pastoring for 40 years. My wife and I have served in ministry together. I don't know what to say other than my family, God has blessed me greatly because I was saved at age 28. My youngest son, or my oldest son rather, at that time was probably about 8 or 9 years old. And I got saved, and I looked back and he followed me down the aisle. And all three of my children are very active in church, very active in teaching their children. And I'm blessed. We have 10 grandchildren, all the way from graduating this year in college. A couple of those are in college still, and then my youngest, he's 7 years old. But it's been a great blessing. God's been so faithful to us and carried us in so many different places. It's just been a great adventure. It really has. Well, I tell you what God is doing here, and I'm excited about it because my calling is to be a pastor, and I believe my primary calling as a pastor, of course, is to minister to the people, but it is to teach the people. I think the greatest need in the churches today, and the reason that we're in difficulty to some degree in our churches today, is because our people aren't grounded in the Word. I'm not saying I'm the only preacher or teacher. I know there have been many others who have been so faithful, but I'm just saying that I see God doing a work here with a group of people who are really committed to growing and learning in Christ, and that's very exciting to me. Just pray that my wife and I and my children will be faithful and see it to the end. You know, I'm 70 years old. I'm still excited about being in ministry, excited about my walk with the Lord, and it's not a perfect walk by any means, but I just want to be faithful to the end, and I know that's the prayer of my wife. And I think of what John said. He said, I have no greater joy than to know that my children are walking in the Lord. Well, pray for God to just do whatever God's desire is, and that we as His people will recognize His will and what He is doing and what He's up to. There's nothing more exciting than being in the will of God and recognizing God's moving, He's doing something, and He certainly is here. It's no mega church move, it's nothing like that, but it is solid growth spiritually, and we're excited about that. Yeah. Well, Jason, I do want to thank you and the association and our churches, our brother and sister churches that are brothers that are praying for us, because that's so very important. I think of something that Andrew Bonar said. He said, God is pleased when we recognize that we have nowhere else to go but in prayer to Him. And I think that's vital, and I thank you for it.